A lot of things you don't think they do the thing.
That's very good man. He blesses you. He's a good man.
A lot of things you don't think they do the thing.
The IPOB leader himself, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see on this background of this video, you can see what is happening again and why this thing is going to trigger a lot of unrest and protest, across Africa and across the world. Especially from the eastern part of the country, where he came from. People are questioning the reason why they should actually continue with this trial and why the eastern governors are keeping quiet. The political leaders in the eastern part of the country are keeping quiet. Benjamin Kalu, the deputy speaker, Odzo Kalu, Omahi, and the rest of them, so many of them are keeping quiet. The only person that is showing sincerity of purpose is the guy from Ikwana constituency. I'm forgetting his name. You understand? I must give it to that man, for being consistent to the issue that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just coming and facing trial. We don't know the kind of trial we can call this actually, whether this thing has become an embarrassment to Nigerian judicial. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu seems like someone who is, determined, like always before now, highly focused, he's not compromising, he's not having any reservation over anything. He's highly focused. We want to know who are they, who is confronting them. But so far so good. From what our findings and cross-examination by the defense team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there's nothing incriminating yet that has been found. But I think that the government is trying to, pick one or two things at the end of the day, compromise the process, which people are saying currently now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to go through trial. If he's going to go through trial, then the first thing they should do is to return him to Kenya. And we can see that immediately. So a lot of things are being played out here. We are seeing everything about international community, allies of Nigeria connecting to Kenya. We saw Alexander Stubb of Finland, coming to Kenya. A few days after he came to Kenya, went by, there was this spread of incitement charges against Simon Ekpa. So, and the same country, Kenya, is where these atrocities of kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually happen. So it's going to send a lot of signal into people are asking now, what is actually the purpose of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, instigating trial against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is he preparing him for a possible jail? And what is also going to come out with at the end of the day? I would thought by now this thing could have been fast-tracked at the end of the day. People go, they are separated and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is set free. Because the sympathy is growing. There is this reservation everywhere. And there's this thing of unity that is also breathing underground. Yes, because the South themselves and the Igbo people now, so let me put it very well, seem to be coming together now. There's this synergy, there's this chemistry that's not yet there before. We saw what Tombolo and Igbo business people were able to do at that time, coming together. So Mazi Kanu's trial is uniting the Biafran people, let me put it that way, and also preparing for all important day, which is May 30, the day Biafra was declared as a nation. So we are saying it, that day there's going to be a sit at home. Yes, let people sit at home, whether it's voluntarily or otherwise, we don't want to know, but let it be marked as a day that we honor those 6 million lives that was lost on during the Nigeria-Biafra war. That takes us back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As you continue to see him, the video is everywhere. And people are watching the court development and are saying, how people are waiting to see how they are going to navigate this thing to either the victory for the federal government or victory for the IPOB leader.
When you talk about victory for IPOB or victory for federal government, what do you think federal government is going to gain from jailing or sentencing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I even see it that it is a win-win for federal government if they want to be honest for themselves, that they passed through a particular justice and they were able to, settle it, whether this way or that way. So I don't see that jailing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we give federal government any kudos or any credit, apart from people that are waiting for him to be jailed, like Fulani.
Of course, that is the struggle we are into, because the Fulanis have already started calling that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will become a threat to the northern part of the country. And releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there will be nothing like Fulani again. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, the Hausa consciousness will be reawakened again. Releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of things will happen. Nigeria can break up. It's going to get global attention. It's going to bring this. A lot of nations will want to factor in. It might lead to deals, that might forcefully break Nigeria. It can get the Russian attention. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can bring Putin to Nigeria. That's a fact. Because you can see what China and Russia are trying to do now in Africa to make sure that the UK and the American influence, is totally dismantled. And the Africans are buying into it because they didn't benefit anything from them. And that is the fact. The Nigerian oil and gas resources that is deposited in the eastern part of the country is being used as a service in the north, to service the northern part of the country alone. And then at that service now, they use whatever they make to sponsor their political stooge in the southern part of the country. So they see the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a threat, and that it will even be better for the federal government to keep him there under whatever disguise which Buhari practiced for 8 years and left. Now we are seeing it again. So the question is why the trial in the first place? We didn't see Sunday Igbo go through trial. We didn't see Sowore go through trial. We didn't see all these people go through trial. Then why the trial in the first place? And that's what is instigating, the rumor, the reservation, that might be another motive of it, which people are going to resist. And that it is better Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain where he is than to bring him out. Now bringing him out, is going to bring a lot of, interest on the Biafran quest. And of course, the Fulanis are not yet ready because they have not conquered the eastern part of the country politically, militarily, or whatever way they feel they will get to there. It will mean they have entirely conquered. What they are busy is planting governors, building mosques, destroying farmers, sending people to disaliving people, causing hunger, to making people to run to governors, as a result of destroying their farms. So those are the areas they are looking at, and that is why they want the delay. But if Parliament Tinubu feel otherwise, there should have been a speedy trial to this persecution. I will not even. This is persecution. Injustice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then we'll begin to know, count it one after another, the purpose and how these things are going. But by bringing good witnesses in the court, people who are covering their face, from different quarters. We don't know who they are. We don't know whether it's Abba Kyari. We don't know who they are. We don't know whether these are Tunji Bello in disguise. We don't know. We don't know who these people are. They still allow such thing within the space. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not wearing any mask, and there's nobody, even the outsiders themselves, the politicians in the West, the Yoruba nation, the southeastern part of the country, knows that what Nnamdi Kanu was talking about is a reality. So that's what we're saying. Can the federal government know that, okay, even if they mean that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to go through at least to prove to the world, that they still respect some level of human rights and all that. For me, it does not make sense, But we are watching because it will get to a point that everybody is calling now. Mbaka is calling. International EU nations are getting interested. Everybody is buying into different organizations, or civil society organizations, are looking at this trial as victimization. So there's this growing campaign to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released globally, and this is what the Ghanaian chief judge and the Cameroon chief judge that visited Aso Rock recently was saying that this thing has put Biafra at the global map. And another thing we saw recently where they were busy using posters of all manners to paste and all that. But Nnamdi Kanu is not bothered. You can see him in the court. He appeared in the court today, and say taking directions and telling Asuro that it is time for whatever, that he is prepared to do whatever, he is prepared to face whatever, and that he is prepared and that he will not compromise. That the message is getting there. And you can see his defense team now, well prepared and ready to do the battle, final battle that will listen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But from what we are getting gradually, it looks like Judge Omotosho want to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today you are released, you are free from this injustice.
So shall it be. Thank you, sir.